Welcome back. This is video 2 in a 3-video free training series. I'm Karen Gillen, a weight loss coach and author of the book I Wanted It, a step-by-step weight loss guide for the business traveler. I am so glad that you're here, and I really wanted to say thank you. I appreciate the emails and the comments on the last video and all the questions that you've sent in. Thank you for keeping me in the loop on what you want to learn more about. So I'll be sure to answer those questions in today's video in just a little bit. What I wanted to do when I wrote my book, and then also in this free training series, is tell you what I know and tell you what worked for me and give you some offerings for how you can make weight loss a reality in your life. Even if you're busy, even if you travel all the time, even if you have no idea how you're ever going to make it work given your schedule. So that's why I'm here, and I hope that's why you'll stick around. So in video number 1, I taught you one of my favorite weight loss tools. It's called Decisions Ahead of Time. And all that means is we make the plan today for what we're going to eat tomorrow, and then tomorrow we do what we said we'd do. That's it. It's one of those super simple things that in practice is a lot harder. Why is it harder? Because we have real lives, and sometimes we get slammed at work, and when we're coming home, the idea of making that healthy dinner we had planned isn't as enticing as ordering a pizza. And sometimes I don't want to do all the prep work of the vegetables when I get home. And sometimes it's a night where wine and popcorn sounds better than cooking a dinner for my family. So this is really the practice of thinking about your day tomorrow, planning for it in as realistic and thoughtful way as you can, given your schedule, given what you have going on, given what you think your energy levels will be, given the ingredients you already have in your fridge, and making the plan for that. So not making the best diet ever plan, but making the most realistic to get me the results I want, given the life I have planned. So I got a few questions about how do you do that after the last video. Thank you for those. The first one was, what kind of eating do I do personally? Is it paleo? Is it vegetarian? What was the food philosophy, I think were her words. And the way I eat, you could probably call it high fat, low carb, intuitive eating. So I think that's the best way I know how to say it. If you're looking for recipes, it would be to search high fat, low carb. If you're looking for a way to come at eating, I would look up intuitive eating, and then smash those things together, and then you pretty much have what I'm doing up here. The other question was, how do you combat sugar cravings? And I love this question because we could have a 2-month conversation about it. I think there's a lot going on with sugar. There's a lot that goes on in your brain, in your body, and in your behavior around sugar. The one thing I'll say is that if you're having a sugar craving, eat fat. Have some avocado, have some nuts, eat an egg, eat some cheese. Eat, because fat is the most satisfying thing that you can put in your body. So that's gonna keep your body feeling satisfied because it has that fat to fuel itself on. Whereas sugar goes in your body and burns right up. It's not as satisfying. Next question, do I have a favorite app, or how do I write down what I eat or what I'm planning to eat tomorrow? This one is a huge question, super important, and I'm gonna tell you the magical answer. Do whatever you'll actually follow through on. Seriously. So I don't care if you use your smartphone or the back of a receipt from the grocery store or the back of your hand or Evernote or Slack or Facebook message yourself. You can do anything you want, just do the thing you're actually gonna do. Don't get stuck in the confusion about how should I track this? What's the best way to track this? I wonder what other people are doing to track this. Just start something, see if it works. If you find that something else would be easier, switch over to that. There's no wrong way to track this as long as you're tracking it. Conventional wisdom says eat 6 small meals a day. I say that's a terrible idea. Here's why. There are two modes that your body has. It's going to be burning fuel off your body, or it's going to be processing the fuel that you eat. So if you're constantly eating, if you're snacking all day, little bites here, handful of nuts there, having lunch, your body's constantly just going to be processing all that food that you're taking in, and it's never going to be able to switch into that mode of burning the fuel that's on your body. And the fuel that's on your body is your fat. So if you feel like you're not eating that much, you're eating low fat, you can't figure out why, if all that's true, how come you still are gaining weight? It could be because you're just constantly eating. And so what I'm suggesting is you take the same number of calories, the same amount of food, even the same food that you were eating, and just smash it into fewer instances of eating food. So if you're eating 6 small meals a day, let's just have 3 meals instead. Put all the food that you would have eaten over the course of the day into your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then when you're done with dinner, stop eating. So give your body time, the time it needs to switch out of the mode of processing that fuel that you've eaten into using the fuel that you've stored from all your past meals to run your body. Like I said, keep eating the same number of calories. Keep eating the same food that you're eating, just eat it in a different way. Eat it all at once. Eat larger meals. Allow your stomach to fill up. Not overfull, but to fill up. When your stomach expands, there's actually a hormone release that sends a message to your brain that says you're satisfied. So if you're eating 6 small meals a day and you're never quite getting full, you're never actually feeling that satisfaction. Your brain's never getting the message that you're satisfied. I think that's a big reason why we have a lot of late night binge eating. If you go all day never feeling satisfied, of course you want to overeat at night. I think it makes a lot of sense. So what if you allow yourself to eat a larger breakfast, a larger lunch, a larger dinner, or maybe just 2 of those meals are larger, just allowing yourself to be satisfied by your food twice a day. Try that out, see how it goes. So, for example, in my life, I like to have a huge salad every day at lunch. I put lots of fat on there. I eat an apple, I have peanut butter, and then I don't eat again until I have dinner. And once I have dinner, that's it for the night. So I really let my body have a lot of time between my meals and then overnight as well. I want to take a minute and talk about the main objections that I've heard from people and I had myself about eating meals and not snacking. My main one was, well, what if I get hungry? And that felt like a real emergency. My relationship to my hunger before this process was very urgent. It was, I'm hungry, I need to eat now, or I'm gonna feel sick, or I get kind of panicky. So for me, hunger wasn't really an option. It was carry granola bars around or I'm gonna get hangry. And so if that's the way that you feel, I completely get it. So do all the people who had to deal with me when I got hungry. So what I'm gonna offer is that you really consider making those meals bigger and eating more of that satisfying fat so that your body can really have something that it can process and use for good quality fuel for you. The other side of it is you're going to have to deal with a little bit of discomfort if you're going to make this work. The way you've been doing it has not gotten you the results that you want, or you wouldn't still be watching this. So I'm going to assume that part of the weight loss journey for you is going to be learning how to deal with the discomfort of doing things that don't feel that good in your body in the moment. So can I right now go another hour without eating my lunch or stopping to snack or grabbing a coffee in service of my long-term goal? Is it worth it to me to get to goal weight to be hungry for this half an hour? Can I put in a half an hour of discomfort to get where I'm going? And that's a skill that you have to develop. And it's an uncomfortable skill to develop, but once you do develop it, it can be pretty powerful. I really like knowing that I can be hungry and not die. That was a big deal for me. so that wraps up video number 2. So video 1, we talked about the tool of decisions ahead of time, deciding today what you're going to do tomorrow and then following through. Today we talked about how your body burns fuel and that process of either being in burning mode or in processing mode, and how you can spend more time in burning mode by eating larger meals and eating less often. So in the comments below, tell me what you're thinking, let me know what questions you have. And I'll be down there talking to you as well, answering those. And I look forward to sharing video number 3 with you in a couple of days. This has been a super fun training so far. It's been fun to get your emails. So keep in touch, keep me posted, and let me know what you're thinking. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.